I have this concept that I like to subscribe to. It's what I like to refer to as the add a hyphen concept. Let me explain. Basically, it comes down to doing things, a lot of things, and trying to get good at all of them. Some things are adjacent to things that you already know. Other things are so different as to appear almost to be the exact opposite of what you usually do. They might even appear completely random, but that's only to people from the outside looking in. You've got a plan, right? I'm of the opinion that we should be challenging ideas of specialization whenever we can. We should be seeking out breadth as well as depth. It's important in order to make us well-rounded human beings. That makes us more useful. But what does that have to do with hyphens? Good question. I just like the idea of adding different domains of understanding to who we are as people, to who I am as a person. Because when we do that, or when I do it, it changes how others perceive us. It affects their perception of us. For instance, some people think I'm an ultra runner. They think that I run all the time. But others, they think I'm a cyclist and that I mountain bike all the time. And still others think I'm a mixed martial artist or a fighter. Some people think I'm a personal trainer. Others think I'm a life coach, student, vlogger, podcaster. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff going on all the time. And who you think I am changes with your perception of those things. But I see all of that as being connected by hyphens. I'm all of those things. And I bet you think I'm going to say, and none of them. But no. Not none of them. I'm definitely all of them. I've worked really hard to be all of them because I like having the capacity to be and do all of those different roles. And over the course of a day or a week or a month, I have to demonstrate the qualities that are incumbent in all of those roles to the people around me, or I'm gonna end up letting somebody down, or I'm gonna let myself down. Neither of those things are good. And it's not going to happen because I've taken the time to learn the skills that are necessary to perform well in all of those domains. That's important to me. I hope it's important to you too. And that's what the hyphens represent. They represent skill acquisition. They represent a growth mindset and active learning. It's intellectual flexibility and mental agility. And I like knowing that the hyphens represent all those things. But I also like what hyphens don't represent. Those hyphens do not represent talents. That's important because talent doesn't mean all that much to me, in myself or others. All I care about are the things that we can learn, all the things that we can get better at with deliberate practice. I like the intentionality behind that. Talents to me are basically just party tricks, like being double jointed or being able to wiggle your ears. Congrats on all that, but what have you learned? Show me your hyphens. That will impress me. Because time and time again, I have met people who had very special talents and they have turned them into very narrow specializations. Magnificent though those specializations may appear, something bad happens when those specializations become obsolete or those talents begin to fail, because that person becomes obsolete with that specialization, or they fail when their talent fails. But a person who has gone through their life collecting hyphens as they've gone along, they tend to have skills layered on skills. That means they can ignore their talents. That's a pretty good place to be.